Community Support Directorate of the APC Presidential Campaign Council is asking Nigerians who are yet to get their PVCs to take advantage of the one-week extension by INEC to do so. Also, APC officials in the north are calling on their members to ignore the Najatu Muhammed, a former leader of the party who has now joined the opposition. Lopiasom has more details.
Over 300 pro-Tinubu support groups have amalgamated in Kaduna with a view of strengthening their grassroots mobilization efforts for the APC's presidential candidate. They promise to again visit nooks and crannies of the state to canvass votes for Tinubu.
We can be able to inaugurate all the 300 support groups that are in support of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The group will also not let the falsehood being peddled about Bola Tinubu by Najatu Muhammed slide. At the press conference, they distribute a book which contains Asiwaju's promises for the North, which counters Najatu's claims. They call on all Northerners to ignore her antics.
That Naja, that she's saying that Asiwaju has no plan for the North, please let her come and read this and let her go back and ask the Arewa Consultative Forum, what have Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised the North? All the Northerners are in support of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Even though she was saying that Asiwaju Tinubu is not healthy, I'm sorry to say, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is healthy more than she expects because it's going from state to state for rally. Let me even assure you, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu is healthy than her. Because if I can tell you the problem that she's facing pertaining healthy, nobody cannot come near to her.
Elsewhere, the Community Support Directorate of the APC PCC also hold the sensitization campaign in Kaduna. They are appealing to supporters of the party who are yet to collect their PVCs to take advantage of the one-week extension by INEC to do so.
Because that is a job of our Community Support Directorate. We're here to enlighten them, to tell them the importance of having their voter card and voting for our candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Come February 25th, by the grace of God, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, before 12 noon, inshallah, is going to be the president of this country.
Both groups are confident of Bola Tinubu's capacity to bring socio-economic development to Nigeria. They can't wait to vote massively for him on the 25th of February. Lupe Asom, TVC News, Kaduna.
The Nigeria Union of Pensioners Lagos State Chapter has staged a solidarity walk in support of the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos on February the 25th and March the 11th general elections. We have details in this report.
The pensioners started the walk at the NUP Secretariat at Lassa and ended it at the Nigerian Employers Consultative Association, NECA, in Lassa, expressed appreciation for the vision Tinubu brought to Lagos and wanted to replicate it at the national level. At the occasion, Secretary to the Lagos State government thanked the pensioners for their determination to ensure that Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu are elected at the coming elections.
There is a window of opportunity for us to collect PVCs. We haven't done so because that's the only way we can, really show the support that yes, we want him back.
Commissioner for Establishment, Training and Pension says the support for Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu tells a lot about what the APC presidential candidate has done for the states and also the governor.
Come 11th of March and come 25th of February, we will all do the needful, vote our rights, encourage our families, our children, our grandchildren to also vote for continuity.
But for some of the pensioners who praise the governor and the APC candidate, says there's still room for improvement.
Anytime there is increase or salary review for serving workers, the pensioners' pension should also be increased.
He's been listening to us, so we want him to continue. That's why we want him to be there a second time so that we will continue on what he had promised. He has already promised all these things, and so it is very important that we collect these things.
If while we're in service, maybe they have to go back and try and ensure that all active officers try and make sure that their records of service are in order, and if they can computerize it so that it makes it seamless for people to switch from active to pension.
With 24 days to the general elections, many have been advised to go get their permanent voters card in order to perform their civic duty. Ademola Lawrence, TVC News, Lagos.
Presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, has promised to fix the erosion menace ravaging Anambra State. He said he will handle the perennial challenge like he tackled the Lagos Atlantic Ocean. Asiwaju Tinubu also said he was not afraid of anyone in the presidential race. The APC leader spoke on Tuesday at Dr. Alex Ekwueme's square in Awka, Anambra State, during the continuation of his campaign. He promised residents of Anambra of creating economic hub in the state when he becomes president of Nigeria. Asiwaju Tinubu said his administration will make a difference in transforming the fortune of the state.
We will tame the erosion. We will make value of your property worth more than 1,000 times of your investment. We will create jobs for our youths. We will industrialize and make Anambra one of the economic city and economic centers of Nigeria. Job will be created.
The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention has confirmed the death of 37 persons from Lassa fever in the first 3 weeks of 2023. In its Lassa fever situation report published on Tuesday, the center said the number of deaths represent 15.1% of the 244 confirmed cases in 16 states across 50 local government areas. The NCDC said for week 3, 18 deaths were recorded out of 137 confirmed cases in 37 local government areas of 14 states. 79 of all confirmed Lassa fever cases were reported from Ondo, Edo, and Bauchi states, while 21 were reported from 13 states with confirmed Lassa fever cases. The predominant age group affected is 21 to 30 years. The number of suspected cases increased compared to that reported for the same period in 2022. 2 new healthcare workers were affected in the report in week 3. Minister of Finance and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Olufalaye, has faulted the timing of the new Naira redesign. Mr. Falaye, who is now a traditional ruler, said the Apex Bank should have given enough time to the people before fully implementing the policy. He says the policy will affect activities of different political parties ahead of the elections. He charged the Central Bank of Nigeria to ensure the old Naira returned to the banks and not allowed to go back into circulation.
Timing could have been better. Being so close to election may prove rather disruptive, because at election time there's a lot of moving around by people, by politicians, and scarcity of funds may disrupt those movements. So the timing could have been better. That's my take. And the organization also could have been better. And normally, when you want to withdraw an existing currency from circulation, you ensure that whatever goes into the banking system does not come out. Then, in exchange for that, to pay out the new one. So, if you do it that way over a short period, the old currency will have been taken to the banking system, and the new currency will have been released to the population.